Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Sarah Bernard. We're learning about Love's Labor's Lost with my guest, executive producer of the Shakespeare Festival, Tom Ridgely. Welcome back, Tom.
Thanks, Sarah.
So glad that you're here. So you have been with the Shakespeare Festival of St. Louis for just a year, right? Just about a year.
Yep.
And you came here from New York where you were doing something similar with Shakespeare. So tell us a little bit about yourself and why you ended up here in St. Louis.
Well, I ran a company in New York for about 15 years that I founded and that focused primarily on new work, but also on what you might call community engagement. And towards the end of that, I was also working, we were doing a lot with Shakespeare. I was also doing a lot with Shakespeare outside of that particular company. So a big part of what drew me to St. Louis and the festival was that there aren't a lot of organizations around the country that are focusing pretty equally on those three things: Shakespeare, community engagement, and new work. And so I really wanted to find a place where I could grow within that and be with an organization that had a real connection to the community that it was a part of.
Yeah, and that's what the Shakespeare Festival here in St. Louis does, so much more than just the production in Forest Park throughout the year. So what do you see as some of the big challenges or things that excite you as you look ahead to this next year?
Well, the festival's coming up on 20 years. This will be our 19th summer, so next summer will be our 20th anniversary, and that's a big moment, I think. It's sort of the festival has grown and matured and become a real fixture in St. Louis. And so, as I look around, I'm asking myself, how can I continue to serve the full spectrum of people that live and work here, and how can I support the artistic life that goes on here? And there's a lot of the festival does, as you said, that goes beyond the park, out into the schools, out into the streets, all over the region, really. So finding ways to extend and deepen that work is sort of job number one, I think, right now.
Yeah, and you've grown so much over these past 20 years. So much.
Yeah. It's come a long, long way. Last summer, we had a night in the park on last Saturday. Almost 5,800 people came out to see free Shakespeare. And that's not happening anywhere else in America. So that's really special. So how do we take that and build on it?
Yeah, absolutely. That says a lot about St. Louis.
It does.
You know, things that we don't hear about, and that's really great. It's so the embracement of the arts here is fantastic. Yeah,
because that wouldn't happen if there weren't an appetite. If people weren't interested and hungry and excited for free Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of free Shakespeare, we've got Love's Labor's Lost coming up in just a few weeks. You guys start rehearsals tomorrow, but we're already planning our nights to be there. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about the who, what, when, where, and how of the show that's coming up in just a few weeks.
Sure. Well, first of all, completely free. Performances are Tuesday through Sunday at 8 o'clock. There's what we call the green show, which is sort of the pre-show fun excitement that starts around 5:30. You can bring a blanket, you can bring a picnic, you can buy your own food, you can go online and reserve a seat if you'd like to just make it smooth and easy for yourself.
Is that new this year?
That's been around for a little while. Okay. So yeah, if you go to the website sfstl.com, you can go to the show page and you know, sort of the know before you go section, and there it'll walk you through the steps of how to reserve a seat. So then you can just park and walk right up and sit down, and then it's easy.
Right. Right, exactly. Okay, so every night but Monday night, starting on the 29th of May, and just come, enjoy, all ages.
Oh yeah, that's the best part about it. I mean, you see kids running around, you see couples out on dates, you see families all there together, normally sneaking off towards the end of it, Act 1.
Right, the little
but that's
kids.
Perfect, and I think that's why so many people come out, because there is this sense of, oh, you know, this is for me, and you know, I can sort of come and go as I please, and that's okay. That's actually what's great about it.
Yeah, and you described Love's Labor's Lost in our last segment as one of the original rom-coms. So there's something for everyone, a lot of comedy.
It's very funny and very romantic and very sweet, and it's the only play Shakespeare ever wrote that's set in a park.
Oh, is that right? So perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect setting. All right, great. Well, Tom, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. And the Shakespeare Festival of St. Louis presents Love's Labor's Lost, a play that deals with the complexities of love and self-control, and premieres on May 29th through June 23rd at Shakespeare Glen in Forest Park. For more information, visit sfstl.com, and there's more STL Live after this, so please stay tuned.